she's of Indian origin. She was born here.
Recording in progress.
She was born here in America. She's a regular full-fledged doctor, a neurologist. And she came here with her family, and she has no music background at all. Her family is not musically inclined. They were not into meditation or anything like that. And her mother had a serious problem. So Western medicine wasn't helping her. So she went to a Ayurvedic doctor. Immediately she got healed. And then she came across Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, who taught her meditation. So the young girls, the daughters, Kulri, the doctor I'm talking about, as a young girl, she was exposed to meditation, but not to music. So she got a medical degree, and she, a neurologist in Western medicine, couldn't heal. Finally, she went to an Ayurvedic doctor, and that guy helped her. In the process, she heard about this thing called Siddha medicine, which is a form of Ayurvedic medicine in South India. So she came there, and that's where she learned about this thing called Siddha mantras. You know, all of you have heard of the mantra Om, and there are several others. But like that, there are certain mantras that these guys, these Siddhi guys, Siddhas, were able to find certain vibrations that affect certain parts of the body. So let's listen to her for about 5 minutes, and then we'll talk about it. Then before we listen to her, let's do a short 5-minute sound healing session to put us sort of at ease. So if you want to take a deep breath, just relax where you are, sit, and feel these vibrations going through your body. There's a lot of research showing that our body is just vibrations. Every cell in our body is vibrating at a different frequency based on what the cell does. Every organ is, and our heartbeat is beating at different frequency too. So let's be in tune with that, in tune with our body, so that we are in contact with our body, so we are one with our body. So I'm going to start. I'll just show you my the instruments here, so you know it's not just a recording here. Once I got a little drum here, I've got a glass crystal bowl here, and I've got a lot of brass bowls here. This one. powerful we can control how the mind brings about harmony or disharmony in our bodies. Okay, if you want to come back and just watch a short video clip by this Dr. Coolreath, and we'll watch it and then we'll talk about it in a minute.
Using music therapy helps to coordinate the brain, helps to make the progress. But the reason why I like the use of mantras is, number one, they're free. You can do it without anything else. But the specific mantra that I think you're referring to, that I mentioned in the book, is the chakra mantra. So the chakra system it's the highway where all of these energetic systems suddenly collide, right? They will suddenly collapse onto the physical body in these energy centers. And I didn't appreciate it at first, but then when I was studying the chakras, I'm like, everywhere where the major 7 chakras are, at least for the lower 5, is where you have massive nerve bundles collecting in the body. And I was like, oh, why didn't I pick that up before? Like, as a neurologist, I should have thought of that. That even for your nervous system, it's where there's tremendous amount of information coming together. And so each of those major chakras, all the minor ones also, but for a daily practice, each of those major chakras have a vibratory frequency that normalizes all of the organs that are fed by that chakra.
Wow.
So even as we wait for this technology where sound is going to be used for a particular organ system, you can wait for that, or you could just use the vibratory frequency that was heard coming from each of these major centers, and you can normalize your own energy body on a daily basis. I feel like it's like taking an energetic bath every day. So I take a shower for my physical body, but then I do this chakra mantra meditation every single day, because that's what's clearing off all that is not physical. How do you clear that off? When I clean my body off in the shower, how do I clear the rest off? And for the rest, you've got to use sound. So that's how, kind of I approach using sound medicine, is what can I do independently? There's many ways of using sound, but if I run out of batteries, right, and I can't listen to something that I've downloaded, or if I'm on vacation, I don't have like my singing bowl with me, like I want to have something where it cannot be interrupted. And that's why I really recommend doing like a mantra meditation practice, particularly the chakra mantra, just because it's like taking a shower, right, for all of the parts of you that are not physical. I recommend starting first with just 5 minutes a day, okay, and then going up to 10, then 15, and then a maximum of 20 minutes a day. This is very strong, even for people who've meditated their whole life, like myself. When I first did it, I was shocked at the changes. And so it's something that you just go slowly, and then as you feel like you can increase it. Because imagine if you haven't taken a shower in 40 years. there's going to be some grime coming off of you, right?
Wow. Yeah.
So same thing happens here. Things start to move and emotions start to come up. And, you know, I've had people who first start this and they get really, really uncomfortable. And they're like, I have so much anxiety. I'm like, that's fantastic. It's working. So just start slow. And in the beginning, you can say this out loud. And then as it becomes more natural, then you can do it quietly. And once you start doing it quietly, you can also start to visualize the area that, you know, the specific chakra that you are activating. So I'll go ahead and just do this a few times out loud with you.
Yeah.
And then people can use this as, you know, as a model for their own practice with those instructions of first doing just 5, then 10, then 15, then 20, and first doing it out loud, and then doing it silent, then visualizing. That would be kind of the general. So you do this, just sit comfortably. You don't have to sit cross-legged, just sit comfortably with the spine up. Hari Om, Nam Lam, Mam Vam, Sim Ram, Vam Yam, Yam Ham, Shivam, Swaha, Hari Om, Nam Lam, Mam Vam, Sim Ram, Vam Yam, Yam Ham, Shiva, Swaha, Hari Om, Nam Lam, Mam Vam, Sim Ram, Vam Yam, Yam Ham, Shiva, Swaha. So whenever you do this on your own at home, just take several minutes afterwards to come out of it. We're doing it a little bit short today, just since we're in the middle of it. Otherwise, you want to just take your time coming. But as you do it, you'll actually start to notice the vibration that is moving like through your body. And it's that vibration that starts to dislodge old obstacles, whether it's in the physical body or the mental or the emotional body. And as those obstacles are dislodged, you naturally become more and more connected, you know, to these deeper energy centers that provide you with all the necessary energy that you need for life. Using music therapy in
Okay, that was her talk. Guys, these Siddhas.
Recording in progress.
These Siddhas, they existed about 5 to 10,000 years ago, long time ago, before the birth of Christ, at least 5,000 years before the birth of Christ, all over the world, not just in India. They were in South America, they were in North America too. They were called witch doctors, or different types of terms, Africa, China. In India, they happen to be called Siddhas because they have a certain power called a Siddhi power, and that gives all, you know, with civilization and with industrial, we've lost certain innate things about our body. Some people can develop it, some people are better at being in tune with the universe, like Isaac Newton or Einstein. They could fathom what was going on. They had that intuition. And these siddhis, they could tell what's going on in different parts. They could actually hear the vibrations in our parts of the body. And they knew when it was a right vibration, when it was wrong. And that's how they came up with these mantras that if we say it over and over again, it brings us back into harmony. It's an intuitive thing. And, you know, as I mentioned, lots of people, Jesus had that, Buddha had that, Muhammad had that. There was a guy named Sankaracharya in India who had that. And when they have those abilities, it's very powerful. They are like one with nature. and they can do things that nature does. They can like just show up here, their body can disappear and show up somewhere else, multiple places. Those are the type of things, and there are recorded cases of it. It's not just fiction. So we are just going to focus on the sound of vibrations of our own body, because it has a lot of advantages to us. Now we can get sound, as she mentioned, from Tibetan bowls, from flutes, from drums. These are the oldest instruments. Now they've got electronics and everything else, but these are the oldest instrument. But older than all of them is our voice. So if we learn some of these mantras and practice it, we can bring ourselves into harmony at night, in the morning, anytime. So I've got those words. We'll do that once, at least 3 times, and then we'll go into a regular sound bath. So let me just.
Recording in progress.
Okay, that was the thing. She did it about 3 times. Let's start with Hari Om and go down, okay? And just say it out loud to yourself. If you want to turn on your microphone, that's fine, so that we can all hear each other. Hari Om, Sambam, Wambam, Simbram, Vamyam, Yangbam, Shiva Om, Swaha. Let's wait for a second and start from the beginning again, okay? Right from the top. Hari Om, Sambam, Wambam, Simbram, Vamyam, Yangbam, Shiva Om, Swaha. Last time from Hari Om. Hari Om, Sambam, Wambam, Simbram, Vamyam, Yangbam, Shiva Om, Swaha. Okay, I will stop sharing, and everyone can see me. I can see everyone in the gallery. Okay, so that is the thing. It has powerful value. It's like when you go to a doctor, you don't take one medicine. You take a series of pills. Sometimes you take it for several months. So just the first time you do it, don't expect to fly in the sky like the Siddhas did. They did a lot of practices, lots of asceticism, lots of fasting, and lots of exercises, lots of meditation. It will come. Now we don't want to become like Siddhas, but we want to become enough to be able to heal ourselves. Now she talks about situations, something happens to you, yeah, try and fix it yourself first, by exercise or meditation or not eating too much or whatever. That doesn't work, go to a doctor. And if that doesn't work, then try these other things, because it's possible we have some trauma deep down, like when we were a child, something happened to us, and that trauma is recorded in our aura. We have an aura around us, and these mantras have an ability with the vibration to release it from the auras, and then it gets released in the body. So practice this if you have something really serious. Okay, I will start with the sound healing, but I think Laurie is Laurie, are you there? Hello?
Yes, I am here.
You want to give us a short flute? Flutes are very, very nice too, just like sound bowl and mantras. Give us a short flute treatment.
Sure. Hold on.
Take your time. See, the Tibetans and the North Indians went with Tibetan bowls. The Africans and Indians too went with drums, and the Americans went with flutes.
You just wanted something short, right?
Yes. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you. So in America mainly they did and what they call a pipe flute. These are bamboo or wooden flutes. And in India, Krishna, I know a lot Krishna, but they would play it on the sides. There are two types. You play it on the front or play it on the side. Anyway, so I'm coming to India and I'm planning to be there next year or January. And I'm going to the same place which is Dr. Kulreet went in South India to learn some more mantras. I think mantras are very powerful. Only now there's a lot of research. The teacher who taught us these flutes, she used them for treatment of COVID patients, and she has some good results too. So gradually it's starting to come back. It takes some time because the Western medicine and these pharmaceuticals have such a big control over us. But people are realizing music and vibrations and sound has a lot of value. So let's do a sound bath for the next 10-15 minutes. Okay, if you want to relax, take a deep breath, and I'll focus on my instruments here. Today there's one mantra, but it'll be mainly a sound bath with Tibetan bowls. So take a deep breath. Close your eyes if you want to. You can focus on your chakras. These are energy centers. The lowest one is called the root chakra. It's at the bottom of the spinal cord. The root chakra is related to our sense of security, of like having a home and safety. The next chakra is the sacral chakra. It's like around the lower end of our stomach, around the sex organs, and it's related to emotions, to feelings, to sensitivity. and the sacral chakras. That's where energy centers are, and there are different functions. One is our sense of safety, the other is our sense of sensitivity. Next chakra is called the solar plexus. I'm giving you the English terms. There are Indian words for it, Sanskrit words. The solar plexus is related to our personal power, our motivation, and our resilience. How well we can handle if we have a hardship or something, how well we can recover. That's where the energy comes from, the stomach. We said gut feeling, that's the solar plexus. Chakra is the heart chakra, going from the bottom coming up, and this is related to love, to bonding, to relationships. chakra going up is the throat chakra, and it is related to our self-worth, making decisions, confidence. The next chakra is our third eye. It's located a little above our two eyes on our forehead, and it's related to intuition, clairvoyance, and psychic powers. These are where the Siddhis come in, the ability to read other people's minds if we develop that. Comes into us from the universe, and our auras, they circulate through the auras into the body, go down to the root chakra in various layers. Over time, so we can take that with us if we don't have our instrument. So thank you for being with us. Thank you, Michelle and Laurie and the rest of the group from India.
Thank you too.
Okay, welcome.
Lawrence, I want to Thank you for putting this sacred space together. It's beautiful. I'm hearing an echo, so I'm having a hard time speaking. Anyways,
We can
I
hear
really,
you. We
okay,
can hear you clearly.
okay. I just wanted to thank you for putting the chakra part of the body with the sound. For the first time, I've really been able to identify and hone in and feel the vibrations throughout my body.
Yes.
What a sensation. It's been a great experience. I just want to say thank you for putting this together.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it.
Yes, we can tune our minds to actually feel different parts of our body.
Great.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye. Bye, bye.
Bye, everyone. Bless
Bye.
you.